Hello and welcome to my review of the LEGO Star Wars 2024 The Phantom Menace Brickheadz pack. It has 732 pieces and costs $55, which is right in line with what you would expect for this 6-in-1 pack. It is also notably the most Brickheadz ever in a LEGO Star Wars Brickheadz set, which is pretty cool. It surpasses last year's Battle of Endor Heroes set. On the side of the box, we've got a shot of Queen Amidala and the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace logo. Just a really dope logo. They've also put the 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars logo on the top of the box, but there's nothing specific to that included in this set. There's no 25th anniversary brick or minifigure. And looking at the back of the box, it makes this set feel a little bit bland. It doesn't do anything extra to sell you on it compared to what you could already see on the front. So I do wish they had maybe worked in some sort of like character comparison with the actual in-movie shot of the character, but regardless, the box is pretty bland. Cutting into and opening it up, though, you're going to find 9 numbered bags inside and an instruction manual specific to each character included, so 6 in total. So if you aren't a loner like me and looking for a set to build with some friends or family, the 6 separate instruction manuals are going to make this set an excellent choice for that sort of activity. Getting into the characters one by one, we'll start with not maybe what I think is the best one, but certainly the one I was most excited to finally get as an official Brickheadz LEGO Star Wars set, and that, of course, is Jar Jar Binks here. Looks amazing. It's one of those characters that would be incredibly difficult to translate into this medium of LEGO build, but I think the designer did a pretty good job here. You got the big flappy ears that go pretty far down his back. You also have some very large feet on this Jar Jar, by the way. That's something I really noticed right away. These things are absolutely massive compared to normal LEGO Brickheadz feet. Normal, for reference, would be just a 1x2 plate in size, so these are 3 times as big. Just massive feet on Jar Jar. The only uniquely printed part on him is for his torso here, and that is on a 2x4 tile. Looks pretty good. You can see no accessories in the hands, which maybe is a bit disappointing. Sometimes they give these characters accessories, and Jar Jar certainly could have had something unique, but nothing is here. But it is a very well done Brickheadz, and certainly translated nicer than maybe I expected into Brickheadz form. The young Anakin here is completely different than I expected when the rumors for this set popped up, in that I just thought he would be the normal version of himself from episode 1 with hair, but they gave him the pod racer outfit and gave him the helmet and everything. It looks very cool. It's kind of a mixture of dark red and light gray on the other side. My favorite part usage on this has to be the old telephone piece for the goggles. Obviously you can't see through them, but he does have the printed Brickheadz eyes underneath there, and you can remove that if you want. The rest of the character is very bland, though. There's no printed parts or anything. He does at least get a small tool, I suppose, but yeah, this Brickheadz is probably the least exciting one in the set to me, just because, like, it's not that it's not well done, it's just like, I don't know, it's a small Anakin. I don't really care. Now here's a character that might be interested in that young Anakin with the Queen Amidala Brickheadz, and this is a simply beautiful Brickheadz. It is one of the few Brickheadz, too, that has maybe an equal beauty to the minifigure form of itself. It's just so fantastic. The color on it just pops in so many ways, and I think we'll start at the head for that. The choice to use drum lacquered gold here over the standard LEGO Pearl Gold gives it the extra shine that this character definitely needed, and it's a huge benefit. With this view here, you can also see all of the printed parts from the eyes to the cheeks, and this old Nexo Knight shield piece with a great parts usage to make up a good portion of the torso there with a unique print that looks amazing. And then I also really like the idea to use these translucent cheese slopes that just make it look like the bottom of the dress is kind of glowing, something somewhat similar to the actual one, of course. Just want to give you one good full 360-degree view and spin of Queen Amidala here. Just a fantastic looking Brickheadz. And the last note I have on this one is that the base is still actually the normal 6x6 base with the Brickheadz face on it, but because her dress is so big, they gave it like basically a second base there in black. I mean, it, you know, kind of lines up with what you have on the figure, but, you know, it's something that goes over the boundaries of the normal Brickheadz base. Well, I kind of put it back on, not straight, but it goes over the boundaries of the normal Brickheadz base, but still looks very cool. And yeah, they could have easily just given it a bigger base, but then it wouldn't have matched the others. So I'm still very happy that the base is still the same size as the others. But this is an incredibly beautiful Brickheadz and very much a highlight of the set, and certainly for many people, the main selling point. Captain Panaka, while maybe not as cool to many people as Queen Amidala, is still an amazingly done Brickheadz with the drum lacquered gold all the way around his hat there. He also does have the small blaster pistol that he has in the movie, and yeah, no like torso printing or anything, so maybe a small lack of detail that maybe people would have wanted, but otherwise I think this is another very well done Brickheadz of a pretty niche character, maybe the most, yeah, definitely the most niche in this set, so it's pretty cool that they were able to get him in here. Next we have Qui-Gon Jinn, and while a young Obi-Wan is not included to go with him, we do have the Darth Maul next, so that's nice, I guess, although certainly it will make it feel like you could have used a young Obi-Wan in this set. You do have the printed Jedi robes in the middle, which I think really tie it together. Looks great. You can see the side of him is fantastic with kind of the hair going back and over the ear. He's got a standard green lightsaber, and it's exactly what you would expect out of a Qui-Gon Brickheadz. The sixth and final Brickheadz in this set is Darth Maul, and I think he's in contention with Queen Amidala for the best Brickheadz in the set, specifically for the detail on his face. It's just incredible looking. They even went as far as to give him unique Sith eyes for a Brickheadz printed on red tiles instead of the standard black tiles that these Brickheadz eyes are printed on. The piece they chose to use for the horn was the perfect decision and looks great on top of the head, and then the back of the character is just kind of plain black, you know, nothing extra detailed there, not that you really needed it. And then I really like that the bottom of his clothing just tapers off just like it does in the movie. I think they did that perfectly, so I love that extra bit of detail. Of course, he does have the dual-bladed lightsaber, and there's really only one thing to question when it comes to this Darth Maul. I suppose it wasn't Qui-Gon that cut him in half, but can he be easily pulled in half? Does that count? It's just his head, though. It's like his torso that falls in half, right? There's blue inside. No, that's just going to fall apart. Put that back together real quick. So unfortunately, it is definitely not like a standard function of this Darth Maul Brickheadz for him to be cut in half and pulled in half, but I suppose just by the virtue of it being a Brickheadz in such a simple build, you can pull it apart if you want. It'll just break while you're doing it, and then you have to like put it back together so that it looks nice. So yeah, just was curious about that. Thought it would be fun if you could, but I mean, yeah, it just doesn't seem to be an intended feature. Well, we've certainly got 6 very nice Brickheadz here in one big set at one nice price for $55. If you fall within the cross-section of people that like the aesthetic that LEGO Brickheadz provide, and you happen to like the movie The Phantom Menace, then this set is definitely a buy. If you don't fall into both of those groups together, then I probably think this is a pretty easy one to pass on, and you probably already knew that before watching a whole review about a Brickheadz set. But yeah, there's nothing about this set that makes me feel like they went too cheap or skipped anything that they shouldn't have skipped. It's great character selection, great execution, and they all have a great vibe for the Brickheadz line, especially Darth Maul and Queen Amidala there. So let me know what you think about this set in the comments section below. I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, it's about a perfect Brickheadz set. Many of them are, you know, in the realm of Brickheadz, just very good Brickheadz at this point. They just do a really good job with these types of builds. You can check out more 2024 set reviews on the end screen now.